On a broken bat bouncer back to the mound. Kim scores.
They were stuck on 3 runs.
There's gold shoes. Peralta brings it. This ball is blistered foul on the ground past third. Tried to sneak a fastball inside on him, and Dansby turned on it. Just missed an extra base knock.
Manager's challenges and instant replays and all reviews in this game are sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. Second opinion's always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine.
Here comes the 1-2 to Swanson, and Dansby takes high. Second straight game in which the Cubs were on the brink of elimination. They were a winner last night. The last time they faced a similar plight was the 2016 World Series. Swanson swings and misses, strike 3 on a curveball. And that's out number 2. And of course, the Cubs won the final 3 games, including the last 2 in Cleveland, to win the World Series.
Yeah, that was some stretch, wasn't it?
Zach Zaidman is going to have an update from Dodger Stadium here momentarily. And the pitch to Shaw is in there for a strike.
So the Dodgers have clinched. They've advanced to the National League Championship Series, winning in 11 innings 2-1 over Philadelphia to take the series 3-1.
Shaw chops it foul, so that's the only game in the 4 where the home team was a winner, correct?
Yeah, wild finish. The Dodgers advancing after the Phillies pitcher Ryan Kerkering committed an error to allow the winning run to score.
And that's also that Phillies walked in a run in the 7th inning, to the 7th or the 8th inning to tie the game at 1.
0-2 to Shaw, pulled on the ground to third, gloved by Durbin, long throw and not in time. Now there's one where I think the crowd may have played a little bit of a factor. The crowd started making noise as soon as they realized how long that throw was going to be, and sure enough, the throw was just offline, and Shaw gets the safe call.
Yeah, Durbin catches this ball right on the foul line, way deep back by the edge of the grass, all the way in the back of the infield. And Shaw, who runs very well, when you roll over a ground ball as a righty, it helps propel you down the line. You get an extra quick step out of the box.
Michael Busch swings and misses. I know the crowd had something to do with last night's win, no doubt in my mind. Here's a swing and a miss by Busch. The count 0-2.
I would be shocked while Peralta is in this game if Michael Busch sees one fastball today in the strike zone. Michael does damage today. It's going to have to be on an off-speed pitch.
Michael already with 3 homers this postseason. In 6 games, he takes low and outside for a ball, 1-2.
3 changeups in a row to Bushy here in this at bat.
Second inning, Cubs 3, Brewers 0, 2 down with a runner at first. 43 pitches for Peralta already. And the delivery is outside, and it's now 2-2. That didn't miss by much.
No, that's the first fastball Michael has seen, and it was down and away.
Crowd very much a factor, and the 2-2 from Peralta. And Busch will take low for ball 3. Very nice save by Contreras. Ron, here's another note. Milwaukee has lost 4 straight potential clinching games, dating back to Game 7 of the 2018 League Championship Series against the Dodgers. Just one of those notes.
Yeah, there's no real, explaining that. It's just one of those oddities, and You hope it continues if you're a Cub fan.
Peralta taking a little extra time. There goes the runner with 2 down. Ball 4. And the pitch count is going to elevate even higher. Now, we've seen a lot of Peralta. You don't see many times he gets ahead 0-2 and ends up walking the hitter.
Yeah, well, it goes right back to who was in the batter's box. He was not going to make a mistake to Michael Busch in the middle of the strike zone. Everybody that's done it has paid the price. Michael did not get a pitch he could hit. I don't know if they threw him 1 strike in that at-bat.
Walks to Cubs batter, sponsored by It'sNotAGameIllinois.com. Remember, a walk is free as Nico Horner takes high. A DUI is not drive sober or get pulled over. Shaw with good speed at second. Busch with good speed at first. The pitch to Nico. Swinging a foul at the plate.
Nico looking for that fastball inside and got one inside. It was just way in. He chased the pitch off the plate.
Ranchurio, the left fielder, is not deep, and that wind is blowing toward left field. Does that surprise you?
It is a little bit. I think he's trying or hoping that if Nico gets the base hit to left, he can cut down the run at the plate. The ball in batting practice today was going out of here big time to left and center. And now the wind is picked up here in the middle of this game and is blowing out harder now to straight left.
Now the 1-1 to Horner. Swing and a miss. Chased a low outside slider, 1-2. Peralta got the first 2 men. But an infield hit by Shaw kept the inning going, and then Busch had the base on balls. And now Horner trying to increase the Cubs' 3-0 lead. A ball and 2 strikes. The next pitch, fouled away. That ball was almost past him. Nico showed a quick pair of hands, just kind of flicking it back to the screen.
Yeah, he is not going to get, he's letting the fastball carry, and he wants to see the ball as long as he can before you fire at it.
Here comes the 1-2. Dribbled foul. He spoiled another good pitch. Because Nico is a contact hitter, Ron, he's good at spoiling good pitches by the opposition pitcher.
Yep, no doubt. The other thing that plays in the Cubs' favor is they just saw Peralta less than a week ago. So you're very familiar with what he's doing on the mound.
The next pitch. Line drive caught by the third baseman Durbin to end the inning. Soft line drive. Cubs don't score, but they made Peralta work hard again. We go to the 3rd inning. Cubs 3, Brewers nothing. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs radio network.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something. These people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game. That's
Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
It's a sellout, whatever the exact figure turns out to be. I'll go ahead and say we've got 41,014. Ortiz, the number 9 hitter, 2 for 8 in this series. The pitch by Matthew Boyd is a strike. Boyd has walked the leadoff man in each of the first 2 innings, has given up no hits so far. Here comes the 0-1. Golfed foul by Ortiz, out of play, nothing in 2.
I will go 40,800.
I'm going to go 40,600. And our engineer, the maestro Paul Zarang, going 41,222.
Sidearm pitch swung on and missed. Ortiz chased one down in the dust. Strikeout for Boyd, his second of the game. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers, brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers.
A great little sidearm hook, as you said, Pat. That's the first one. He has, so a couple of them has cast it out. That one had some bite to it. Stayed right down in the zone.
Yelich takes a bender a little bit low, apparently. Boyd into his motion, the leg kick and the pitch. Big chop over the mound. Loving it as Swanson, running throw to first, gets him. Dansby always has great footwork. And as soon as he touches the ball run, immediately he's ready to make the throw.
Yeah, he's ready to get rid of it. There's no doubt. This ball, good, perfect pitch by Boyd on the outside corner. And Yelich just rolls over the top and chops it right at home plate. Pretty easy play for Dansby.
2 down, Jackson Chourio the batter. Chourio struck out in the first. Boyd to Chourio. Bouncer toward the middle, base hit between Swanson and the second base bag. Chourio not running well. There's a little limp to his gait. He's got that hamstring issue. You know he wants to play. That's not the question, but how well he'll be able to run, and would you risk a more severe injury by continuing to play? That would be the question.
Well, I think he is probably wrapped up really tight, that leg, and he has tested it after game 1, and Contreras swings at a good off-speed pitch by Boyd. And what they want him to do is just take it easy. You only run when you absolutely have to.
He's got a short lead. The 0-1 to William Contreras, and it's taken outside. Cubs trying to force a game 5. Here comes the 1-1. Drilled deep to left and going foul and well back out of play. Since the Dodgers have already won, that means the Dodgers are in the National League Championship Series. The Cubs-Brewers game will be at 7:08 on Saturday night in Milwaukee. 7:08 Central Time. Now the 1-2 on the way to Contreras. Fouled away. Before the next pitch, 10 for ID on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talking Cubs playoff baseball. Molly and Haw, mornings 5:30 to 10 on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network. WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
The 1-2. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Strike 3. Contreras out on strikes. First base umpire Chris Conroy on the appeal said yes, he did swing. No runs from Milwaukee. Middle of inning number 3. It remains Cubs 3, Brewers nothing on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco, his 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Designated hitters in this ball game. They're sponsored by Fireplace and Chimney Authority. Book now, burn later. Skip the rush. And that is Kyle Tucker at the plate.
Tucker swings away and fouls it away. Tucker along for the ride on Happ's home run as he drew a base on balls in the first. Big strong right-hander Peralta brings it. This ball is looped foul and out of play. Tucker still trying to hit his stride after missing all that time with the muscle issue in his leg.
Yeah, had that major calf issue and just spent some time on the injured list.
Takes down low. Some games you feel like Ronnie's getting close to getting back to where he was, but still is not driving the ball the way he did early in the year.
Cubs really need his bat to get hot, that's for sure.
Here comes the 1-2 from Peralta. Lifted to left, playable for Churio, drifting over toward the line. Out number 1. Tucker retired, and the batter Seiya Suzuki.
Meat of the order for the Cubs, presented by Chef IQ Sense. Never under overcook your food again. Purchase now at chefiq.com.
Seiya struck out in the first. Here's the pitch on the way to Suzuki. It's outside. Well, when you played at Wrigley in that 2001 season, and you'd play in a game like this, and it's obvious the wind is blowing to your power field, left and left center. Suzuki bangs it foul off to the right. What adjustments, if any, would you make to your swing?
Well, I think what you're looking for is a pitch you can handle on the inner half that you know you can pull. And with Peralta, he's going to throw you quite a few pitches on that inner half.
There is a strike 1 and 2.
You know, right now what he's trying to do to the righties is throw more breaking balls away from the right-handed hitter to get it away from him. But you try to catch that ball out in front just a little bit more to try to get it elevated to left field.
Down low, Peralta now at 60 pitches with only one away in the third inning. So the Cubs really doing a good job making him work a lot harder than he wants to. In other words, laying off the pitches that are not strikes. The 2-2 pulled foul, and they fouled off pitches that were borderline with 2 strikes on them. That's another thing that has elevated his pitch count.
8 times in the regular season, Peralta threw over 100 pitches. But you're right, they've done an excellent job here in the early going of extending the at-bat. That's what we were talking about right away at the start of the broadcast.
Curveball is low, 3-2. Crowd wants to see another rally. Cubs leading 3-0. Bottom of inning number 3. Now the 3-2 from Peralta. Swinging a bouncer to short, charging, scooping as Ortiz, running throw to first in time. Out number 2.
Another breaking ball way, and this is just a little roller. Ortiz came in hard and crashed on this ball and ended up turning it into kind of an in-between hop. Wasn't an easy hop for him to field, but made a nice play.
Ian Happ electrified this crowd with a 3-run homer in the first. And he'll take outside, ball 1. Peralta coming back. Happ takes down low. Happ is one of the guys on the team. Almost every single game, he's good at making the pitcher work and throw more pitches than he would like to. There's the 2-0 in for a strike, 2-1. Happ draws a lot of walks.
Yep, he does. That was a 2-0 changeup.
Now the 2-1. Swing and a miss on a changeup. Slow curveball, actually. 2-2.
Nothing but off-speed pitches to Ian in this at-bat after he hit the high fastball into the bleachers in right.
Now the stretch. The 2-2 from Peralta. Swinging a drive to right, down the line, curling foul and out of play. It did not have home run distance. But Ian is on him tonight.
Well, he's seen nothing but off-speed pitches in this at-bat. He got a changeup there that was down, but he was right on time and just pulled the trigger a little early and hooked it foul.
And the 2-2. A swing and a high fly ball to deep right. Back goes Frelick on the track. He'll have a play and make the catch to end the inning. 1, 2, 3. We go to inning number 4. It remains Cubs 3, Brewers nothing on the score.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco. A home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right, down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Dodgers are in the League Championship Series, the defending world champs, trying to go back-to-back under manager Dave Roberts. Meanwhile, fourth inning here at Wrigley, Matthew Boyd has allowed just one single in 3 innings. He's walked a couple. Cubs got their runs on a 3-run homer by Ian Happ in the first. It continues to be a 3-0 game. Lefty to lefty, Terang takes a curveball that just missed for ball 1. Andrew Vaughn on deck, and then Caleb Durbin. Boyd comes back. There's a strike to Terang, 1-1.
Fourth inning is sponsored by Wintrust, home of the exclusive Cubs debit card. Member FDIC, EHL lender.
Fastball is low. Now the moon has moved much higher in the air since the game started. Not sure why that surprises me. Here's a breaking ball for a called strike 2, 2-2.
You're reporting the truth, I'll give you that.
Got to brush up on my lunar studies. Here comes the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Curveball got him. Strikeout number 4 for Matthew Boyd. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. One away. That's a big out when you get a hitter like Terang to start the inning. And here's Vaughn.
Excellent breaking ball. Little drop down breaking ball again by Boyd. Perfect location with this one down and away.
Vaughn takes a hook for a strike. Right-handed batter, slightly open stance. He's got some pop. He hits a pop fly, might be playable right side for Bush. Beyond first, fair territory, makes the catch. Out number 2. Quite a few routine plays behind Matthew Boyd. That's always a good sign, Ron.
It really is. He has been in command. That last pitch to Vaughn, a fastball right on the inside corner. Perfect pitch, tied him up, and all he could do is pop it out.
Cubs 3, Brewers nothing. Fourth inning, Caleb Durbin the batter. He bounced out to Horner at second, his first time. And he'll take a strike. Boyd's command a little bit off early. It's much sharper now. Here comes the 0-1. Fly ball, slicing foul and out of play down the right field line. And it's 0-2. What's on your mind here, Ron?
I think you got options here. You could go with that breaking ball again that he's thrown. You could go with the high fastball that we talked about, that high riding fastball. I would not throw a strike here, though, to Durbin with the count 0-2.
The pitch fouled away. He did challenge him. Top of the zone fastball.
Yeah, that's that high heater we were talking about. Boyd's. He throws a two-seam fastball. It's not a sinker. It's a two-seam runner that stays up above the zone. It was an excellent pitch. Durbin did a good job just fouling it off.
The windup by Boyd, the leg kick and the pitch. Low for a ball. Fans standing all over Wrigley. It is a remarkable atmosphere that these fans create. The 1-2. Strike three call. Listen to these fans. Boyd with 4 shutout innings. Cubs lead 3-0 on the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs radio network.
Hey Chicago, this is Matthew Boyd. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs radio network.
Hey, welcome to Everything Outdoors. Can I help you find anything?
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Updated.
I'd like to hit a couple of moon shots here right now for the Cubs. How's that?
It's a marvelous night for a moon dance, Van Morrison once said, neath the cover of October skies. Freddie Peralta delivers to Carson Kelly a high pop fly foul and back out of play. Kelly, Crow Armstrong, and Swanson against Freddie Peralta. Keeping an eye on that pitch count by Peralta. It's up to 70. And the pitch on the way to Kelly, nubbed foul. Cubs got all their runs on a 3-run homer by Happ in the first. Still plenty of baseball. We're only in the 4th inning. But when you're in a best of 5, Ron, part of your head as a manager is also in Game 5 already, even though Game 4 is right in the middle of the action.
It has to be. You're exactly right. That's the great thing about what the Cubs have done so far in the first 3 innings, is they've put, they've made Peralta pitch in a lot of high pressure situations and run his pitch count up. It's exactly what they were hoping to have happen today, along with getting the lead like they have 3-0.
Sure. Outside to Kelly, it's 1 ball and 2 strikes on Carson. Peralta always from the stretch. The big right-hander fires a check swing high on a fastball. 2-2. A lot of deep counts.
That's the one thing about playoff baseball. They just faced Peralta less than a week ago. So the hitters all have seen him, just recently.
Breaking ball gets him swinging, and that's out number 1. Strikeout number 4 for Peralta. Cubs lead 3-0. The batter is Pete Crow Armstrong. Pete played a prominent role last night with a clutch 2-run single. And the pitch by Peralta. Fastball is up high. If he can lay off that pitch, he is going to be tough to get out.
Yeah, that's a good take, and I would assume Peralta probably won't throw him a strike here either.
This one is swung on and foul back. It's 1-1.
That was a changeup low. So what they're trying to do to Pete is change his eye level, right? You throw a high fastball out of the zone, he didn't chase. You go down with the changeup. Then you go back up high, or you go side to side. But you're not going to throw him many strikes, especially with nobody on.
The 1-1, swing and a miss on a change down near the dust. Durbin way in on the edge of the grass at third. Now backs up a little bit with 2 strikes. Crow Armstrong 30 in the following categories: home runs, doubles, and stolen bases this year. Only man in Cubs history that can say that. The next pitch, check swing, no swing. Actually a foul at the plate. Ball bounced away, but it was fouled.
I think Pete fouls this ball off the bounce.
He sure did.
Yeah.
Like a drop kick.
Little Yogi swinging him there.
Yeah, the 1-2. Down low, another pitch down in the dust. This crowd wants to see Pete get on base. It's a spot where he might definitely think about stealing a bag. Well, lead by 3, why not?
Yeah, absolutely. And he could just affect the game in so many ways when he gets on base. He just puts pressure on the other team's defense with that speed.
This crowd hoping he can get on. Here comes the 2-2 in the dirt. The crowd enjoying this. Meanwhile, Peralta's pitch count climbing higher and higher. 70. Let me correct that. 80 pitches now. 80. With 1 away in the 4th inning. Now the pitch. Swinging a fly ball to center. It's going to be caught by Perkins, and that's out number 2. But another plate appearance where Peralta threw a lot more pitches than he wanted to.
Yeah, 7 pitch at bat for Pete there. And I will say, in that at bat, did not see 1 pitch in the strike zone from Peralta.
Here is Swanson. Cubs 3, Brewers nothing. 4th inning, 2 outs, bases empty. Let's see if Dansby tries to launch one. He did try to launch one. He swings and fouls it at the plate. It's almost a given, Ron. You got 2 outs, nobody on. You're leading by 3, and you hit 24 home runs during the year. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Dansby got a pitch in the zone that he could do some damage with it. But, also it's Peralta, so he's got the great fastball with great carry on it, and then he spins you the slow hook at 82 miles an hour, so it's from 95, 96 down to 82 at the hook. That's why he is so good.
The 0-1 from Peralta. Dansby pulls it foul on the ground. It's 0-2. Cubs trying to force a Game 5. It will be in Milwaukee at American Family Field on Saturday if they can hold on to this lead. And it will be a night game. Two down, nobody on, bottom of the 4th. Cubs lead 3-0, and the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Peralta strikes out Swanson. Works a 1-2-3. He has set down 7 in a row. Zach Zaidman joins Ron Coomer in a moment. We go to inning number 5. Cubs 3, Brewers nothing on the score in the Southwest area.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
You know, Matthew Boyd, you know, where he's at his best. He's pitched great at Wrigley Field, you know, all season long. He's had a great fastball today, maybe the best fastball we've seen in a while from him. And now the changeup and hook are becoming a very good pitch. But the fastball inside to the righties and then that high riding fastball, top of the zone, both have been very good.
Sal Frelick at the plate, and he looks at a slow-moving breaking ball for a strike. 0-1 the count. Wind blowing hard out to left as Boyd rocks back and deals. The 0-1 to Frelick is an awkward swing and a miss at a pitch low. 0-2, a slider by Boyd.
Yeah, a little drop down. So he threw first pitch hook, and then this time he drops down and throws that drop down slider like sidearm delivery. Perfect pitch. Frelick way out in front.
Here's the 0-2 by Boyd. That's low. Missed with another slider. 1-2 the count. Frelick grounded out to first his first time up. Now the 1-2 delivery. Frelick lines one over the head of Bush, a base hit that bounces off the sidewall right to Suzuki. Frelick going for second. Here's the throw. It's not in time as Frelick slides in safely with a double.
Boy, all good pitches from Boyd, and then getting at a bat and then makes a mistake with the last one and hangs a breaking ball inside. Frelick way out in front. He hits this ball right off the end of the bat and breaks his bat, but the ball gets hooked over Bushy's head just fair. You know, not hit hard at all, and hits the side wall. Frelick runs very well and ends up turning it into a double.
3-0 Cubs. No one out here in the top of the fifth. Frelick at second. Here's Blake Perkins, the center fielder. He's a switch hitter batting from the right side against the left-hander Boyd. Corner infielders are playing right along the edge of the infield grass.
Yeah, they're looking for a bunt. I don't necessarily. Now Perkins at the plate, so, I mean, that could be.
Here's the pitch. Perkins takes a ball up high, a curve that missed. 1-0. Now Shaw drops back, wide of third. Bush playing in, wide of first on the infield grass. Now the 1-0. He shows bunt, pulls it back, and takes a fastball up high for ball two.
That high fastball, Perkins showed bunt, but did not show sacrifice bunt. He was looking to bunt this ball at Shaw for a base hit.
Daniel Palencia warming in the Cubs pen. Man at second, no one out. Here comes the 2-0. Perkins takes ball 3 inside. A fastball that missed.
I think Matthew Moore pitching, to make it difficult for Perkins to bunt. I think if he goes more on the attack now that he's behind in the count, I think that's going to be, see if he can just get a little roller ground ball.
Now 3-0 is a called strike. Fastball right along the inside edge, thigh high, 3-1.
Perkins struggled all season, only had 155 at bats, but hit 226. Did hit 3 home runs on the year.
He's 0 for 1 tonight, a fly out to right. Now the 3-1. Perkins takes ball 4 outside, a curve that missed. And that'll bring up the tying run for the Brewers, the number 9 hitter Joey Ortiz. Cubs with a 3-0 lead, top 5, no one out. The Brewers have men at first and second, and Cubs pitching coach Tommy Hotovy will head out to the mound to have a conversation with Matthew Boyd.
Yeah, and that's all to give Daniel Palencia some time to warm up. This, to me, a little mental mistake maybe by Matthew. Just, you give up, you're dealing, to Frelick, and you spin one breaking ball that didn't end up where you wanted it, and he hit a ball right off the end of the bat and just blooped one in. Just, that ball could have went foul, and no harm, no foul, but it stayed fair, and then because of that, then you start pitching different to a 220 hitter instead of staying on the attack to Perkins, and now you put yourself in a little bit of a jam. Ortiz now a guy that handles the bat pretty well at the plate, so now you got to watch. Now the bunt does come into play with 2 men on and nobody out.
So men at first and second, 3-0 Cubs. Joey Ortiz digs in, right-handed batter, struck out swinging his first time up. Bush playing on the infield grass. He's charging. So Shaw at third. Bush racing in, and now Boyd steps off the rubber and bluffs a throw to second base.
I like what Matthew did there. He wasn't quite sure. The infielders were kind of rushing in. He wasn't settled. Ortiz was showing sacrifice bunt early.
Corner infielders are in. Here's the pitch. Ortiz bunts it up the third baseline. Fielded by Bush. Throw to first. It is in time with Nico covering the bag. That's out number 1, but the sacrifice successful. 5-4. The runners advance. Frelick now on third. Perkins at second, each with good speed, and it'll bring up Christian Yelich.
Perfect execution by Ortiz. He didn't try to jab at this ball. He just caught the ball with the bat. Had the bat angled down the first base line. Perfect bunt at Shaw at third. Cubs get the out. That's what you're looking for. Now Matthew's got to make some pitches to Christian Yelich.
He's 0 for 1 with a walk tonight. Lefty-lefty matchup. Pitch number 1. In there for a strike. Fastball, top of the zone. Might have been a little high. 0-1 the count. Frelick at third. Perkins at second. 1 away. Crowd making a lot of noise. Here's the 0-1. Yelich taps it foul at the plate. 0-2.
Well, I love that Kelly called back-to-back fastballs to Yelich. I think Yelich was going to home plate looking for a breaking ball, and he got 2 heaters. That last fastball, they threw right past him. That was almost the emergency swing to hit it.
What do you think they're going to call here?
I would not throw him a hook here. I really think Yelich in the back of his mind has breaking ball. I would not throw him a breaking ball for a strike. I'd elevate a fastball.
Boyd's ready. 0-2 the count. Men at second and third. 1 away. Here's the pitch. Misses low with a changeup. 1-2.
I think Kelly's thinking the same thing, that Yelich is sitting on hook. After the change, see if they go back to the heater again, up and in.
Boyd works on the third base side of the rubber. Now the 1-2. He missed low with another changeup. That was a close pitch. 2-2.
Pitch just misses down. Just missed on the swing. There's no appeal, but he did not swing.
2-2 the count on Yelich with men at second and third and 1 down. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him with an inside fastball. Yelich is retired. 2 away.
Great sequence of pitches. That was outstanding by Kelly and Matthew Boyd. They did not go at the hook one time. You could just feel Yelich looking for the hook, and they come back with gas on the inside part of the plate to get the out, and brings out Counsell. And this place is up for grabs right now for Matthew Boyd.
As Boyd leaves the ball game, listen to this crowd as he heads back to the Cubs dugout along the third base line. Standing ovation.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Patio sets, hot tubs, and grills up to 70% off and get 0% financing. American Sale. Bring the fun home.
25-year-old hard-throwing right-hander Daniel Palencia, the new man on the mound for the Cubs. 2 down, top of the 5th. Cubs with a 3-0 lead over the Brewers here in Game 4 of the NLDS. Milwaukee's got men at 2nd and 3rd, and Jackson Chourio due up. Chourio is 1 for 2 tonight. A single and a strikeout. Palencia, during the regular season, had a 2.91 ERA in 54 games, primarily as the closer. He had 22 saves in the playoffs. He's 2-0 in 4 games. So Chourio digs in. Powerful right-handed batter. Palencia works on the first base side of the rubber. Palencia is ready. Here's the pitch. Chourio pops it up on the infield, left side. Swanson on the dirt. He's got it at number 3. And the Brewers leave 2 here in the top of the 5th. Middle 5. Cubs 3, Milwaukee nothing on the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Pete Crow Armstrong. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Coom here. Fall in the...
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
first inning, which you got to take advantage of. The Cubs did. But then from the first inning on, the guys did a very good job of fouling pitches off and making Peralta work under pressure. Even if they didn't score runs, they did a great job. Great job by the offense to get him out in 4 innings.
Matt Shaw at the plate, and he looks at a knuckle curve off the outside for ball 1. Wind blowing hard out to left. Shaw singled his first time up against Peralta. McGill, high leg kick and pitch. And that one misses outside. Blazing fastball at 98 miles per hour. 2-0 the count on Shaw. McGill works on the extreme first base side of the rubber. The 2-0. Shaw takes another ball. This one low. Fastball at 97 mph.
3-0 automatic take here by Matty. You got to make McGill throw some strikes.
Crowd on its feet with the count 3-0. And now the home plate umpire, Lance Barksdale, warning McGill. Well, he's got to make contact with Shaw. Eye contact. He's got to engage the hitter before he works his motion. Now we're ready. The 3-0 delivery. High and outside, ball 4. Leadoff walk for Shaw and the Cubs to begin the last of the 5th.
Now Shaw's been on base now twice. He had a ball down the third base line. Durbin threw the ball up the line. I believe they gave him a base hit on that. And now Shaw walked. So 2 good at bats for Matty to get on base. And now, after, a wild first hitter for McGill, this plays in favor for the Cubs because now he's going to try to throw something in the strike zone, probably a fastball to Bush.
Long set. Here's the pitch by McGill. And it's a called strike, top of the zone on the inside edge to Michael Bush. 0-1, another fastball.
Now you go to hitting if you're Michael.
Bush has been lights out against right-handed pitching this season. Throw to first, diving back in safely, Shaw. Counting the postseason and the regular season, Bush with 37 home runs this year.
Shaw with a really good lead at first.
McGill along set. The pitch. Bush fouls it back.
See what a great swing on that fastball. 98-mile-an-hour heater from McGill. He fouled it off the glove of Contreras. McGill a little bit on the slower side to home plate. He's a great big guy. And it takes him a little while to kind of unfold once he gets that leg kicked up and then go down and then make the delivery to the plate. So Shaw should be able to get a good jump at first if Counsell wants him to run.
McGill 6'8". Shaw has the Steelers lead. Bush waits. Here's the 0-2. Called strike 3. Fastball about knee high on the outside edge. 1 away.
That one surprised Michael Bush. He hadn't seen a lot of fastballs in the zone, and McGill went after him. And he kind of had to because he was real erratic, in the at-bat against Shaw. Michael was not expecting him to throw another fastball, probably in the whole at-bat.
Now Nico Horner stands in, throw to first. Shaw dives back in safely.
Now you can expect Shaw, if he can get a jump, to run. You really don't want to make an out with Michael Bush at the plate on the bases, as hot as he's been hitting the ball out of the ballpark. But now with Nico at the plate, who handles the bat really well, Shaw has had a good lead, as you had mentioned, Z. I would expect him to take off.
Horner 1 for 2 tonight with a single. Here's the pitch. Nico takes a fastball for a called strike, top of the zone along the outer edge. Close pitch, 0-1. Vaughn holding on. Shaw's got a big lead at first. McGill along set. The pitch. Check swing. On appeal, that's a strike, says the first base umpire, Chris Conroy. It was a knuckle curve, low and outside. Nico couldn't resist. 0-2. Shaw's got an even bigger lead now off the bag. And the 0-2. Line foul off the netting to the right by Nico, who's batting .400 on the dot in the playoffs.
Does not surprise me at all. Nico has been red hot through the last month of the season, month and a half. Just missed by a couple percentage points of hitting .300 in the big leagues. And in today's game, we know how big a deal that is. There were only a handful all year that hit .300.
Long set by McGill. Here's the 0-2. Way outside and high as Contreras had to get out of his crouch to catch that one. A fastball, 1-2. All opponent pitching changes are sponsored by Sloan, official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. The 1-2 to Horner. Line drive to right. It drops in for a base hit. Shaw stops at second base. And the Cubs have something going here in the bottom half of the fifth inning. Men at first and second, just one away, and Kyle Tucker due up against the right-hander Trevor McGill.
Another great at-bat for Nico. He was looking for a certain pitch early in the at-bat that he could probably pull and do damage with. And then once he got to 2 strikes, this has happened multiple times in this game already, then he backs off to that 2-strike approach, and he's going to put the ball in play and let that ball get deeper. He dumps one in the right for his second hit of the game.
And Pat Murphy is not going to let McGill face the left-handed hitting Tucker. The Brewers are going to make a pitching change. Left-hander Aaron Ashby is going to come into the game. All opponent pitching changes are sponsored by Sloan, official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Visit sloan.com. Bottom 5 just one away. Cubs with a 3-0 lead over Milwaukee. They're threatening with men at first and second, and Kyle Tucker due up. This is the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
We're talking Cubs playoff baseball on 670 The Score.
So left-hander Aaron Ashby is new man on the mound for Milwaukee. 2 games against the Cubs in this series. He's got an ERA of 9. Kyle Tucker due up. We're in the last of the 5th. Cubs with a 3-0 lead, and the Cubs are threatening. Just one away here in the 5th with men at first and second. Nico Horner at first. Matt Shaw at second.
No secret here. The Cubs have seen Ashby, and he started game 2, threw a little bit, and then it was a bullpen game. He threw in yesterday's ball game, but power arm. You're going to see hard fastball, hard slider.
Tucker's 0 for 1 tonight with a walk and a run scored. Ian Happ with a first inning 3-run shot to give the Cubs the lead. It came off of Freddie Peralta. Happ's second home run of the series, both against Peralta.
See if Tuck tries to jump this first pitch. Ashby throws him a good pitch, a good fastball. He might try to jump him here.
Ashby looks at second. That's where Shaw is. And the pitch to Tucker. A high fly ball hit deep down the left field line, but slicing foul out of play. You were right. He was aggressive there. 0-1 the count.
He was aggressive. Ashby made a good pitch. Kind of tip your hat to Ashby. I like the at bat so far for Tuck. Sometimes you got to roll the dice a little bit and go, I'm going to take a shot here at this first heater.
Shaw at second, Horner at first. Tucker at the plate, 0-1 the count. Just one away, Cubs up 3-0 here in the bottom of the 5th. Ashby's ready. And the 0-1 in the dirt. Check swing by Tucker. On appeal, no swing, says Edwin Moscoso, the third base umpire. Count is 1-1.
Outfielders in center. Perkins deep. Right field, Frelick deep. Cheerio on left, not quite as deep.
Tucker calls time, steps out of the box.
Wind still blowing out towards left. The ball will carry to left field and left center.
Tucker digs in. Ashby, the bespectacled left-hander, peers in, gets the sign from his catcher Contreras. Straightens up, sets at the belt. He's ready. Here comes the 1-1. That's low. Missed with a fastball, 98 miles per hour, 2-1 on Tucker. The crowd here at Wrigley Field has been amped up from the get-go. They've been doing something a little different tonight, chanting the first name of the opposing pitcher all game long. The runners go, the 2-1, inside throw to third, not in time, double steal. Shaw now at third, Horner at second. Just one away and a 3-1 count with Tucker at the plate.
Excellent job by Shaw at second. Ashby came set a couple times and really did not pay much attention at all to Matty at second. Matty got a hop and then a takeoff lead. Had a great jump, and now with two men in scoring position, the Brewers got to play the infield in.
Shaw at third, Horner at second. As you mentioned, infield in for Milwaukee. Just one away, 3-1 the count on Tucker. Cubs with a 3-0 lead, and they're looking for more. Ashby straightens up, third base side of the rubber. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss.
A little inside breaking ball there from Ashby. I don't think he wanted that pitch there, but the speed is what got Tuck more than anything else. It's 86 miles an hour after the 98 mile an hour heater.
So the count is full. Men at second and third. The payoff pitch. Low, ball four. Cubs have loaded up the bases as Tucker draws a walk.
Borderline fastball down, borderline fastball away. And Tuck, as we have known all season long, he just does not chase the ball away. It's amazing his eye that he has. This pitch could have gone either way. Tucker's reputation around the league, he gets the call.
Brewers pitching coach Chris Hook out to the mound to have a conversation with left-hander Aaron Ashby. Seiya Suzuki due up, the Cubs cleanup man, with just one down here in the bottom of the fifth inning. And the Cubs with a 3-0 lead over Milwaukee. Cubs with the bases loaded. Walks of Cubs batters sponsored by It'sNotAGameIllinois.com. Reminder, a walk is free, a DUI is not. Drive sober or get pulled over. Also, Cubs stolen bases are powered by Atturo Tire, Chicago's hometown tire. Find a dealer at Atturo.com. Home plate umpire Lance Barksdale breaks up the mound meeting. He wants to get this game moving along again. So Seiya Suzuki will step to the plate. 0 for 2 tonight, a strikeout and a ground out.
Now for Seiya, you got to stay away from the breaking ball down and in and hooking the ground ball into the infield.
Here's the pitch. Seiya looks at a fastball for a strike. Thigh high on the inner half. 100 miles per hour from Ashby, 0-1. Bases loaded for the Cubs, just one down. The pitch. Low and inside, 1-1 on Seiya. Another fastball from Ashby. Infield kind of halfway in for Milwaukee. Ashby looks at second. That's where Nico is. A long set. The 1-1. Suzuki fouls it back. 1-2.
3 straight heaters in a row from Ashby. Suzuki was right on that last one. It was a good pitcher's pitch. Up in the zone and inside.
Power against power. Ashby the left-hander. Suzuki a right-handed slugger. Hits out of a crouch, extends the hands high over home plate. Bases loaded, one away. Here's the 1-2. Seiya swings and rockets it foul. Second deck off to the right.
Now if you're Matt Shaw at third base also, you've got to make sure you get enough lead, and you're somewhat protected, but you've got to get enough lead just in case Ashby spins one in the dirt and it gets away from Contreras.
Suzuki waits for the 1-2. Ashby deals up high, 2-2.
Ashby read back and tried to throw that ball as hard as he could physically throw it and just left it way up high.
Crowd on its feet here at Wrigley Field. Bases loaded, one down, 2-2 on Seiya. Ashby is ready, the pitch. Misses outside with a breaking ball, full count.
Nice take by Suzuki. That was a breaking ball. Started out away. Never did get to the outside corner.
Wrigley Field is alive. 3-2 the count on Suzuki with the bases loaded. The pitch. Check swing and a pitch in the dirt on appeal. It's strike 3, says the first base umpire, Chris Conroy. Suzuki is retired, 2 away.
That pitch was down and in. It bounced at the back foot of Suzuki. He was looking heater. Did not get a side view. We got a front one. Now we're getting that in our monitor. And yes, he did go.
So 2 down. Bases still loaded for the Cubs. They've got a 3-0 lead over the Brewers here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Ian Happ digs in. Ashby delivers. Happ swings. It's hit high and deep to center, but playable for Perkins, who makes the catch just short of the track, angling toward left center for out number 3. Cubs leave the bases loaded after 5. It's a 3-0 Cubs lead over Milwaukee. On the score.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
In that 5th, neither team scored. William Contreras will lead it off against Daniel Palencia here in the Milwaukee 6th inning. Tremendous crowd tonight, both in terms of numbers and enthusiasm and noise. Contreras will take a strike, 0-1.
Yeah, I would say in these two cities, baseball is alive and well. Both of these towns have done a very good job of coming ready to play as fans here in this series.
The 0-1 is inside. Yeah, we saw evidence of the Brewer fans at American Family Field last weekend on Monday night. And they came out in big numbers, and they were making an impact and a lot of noise. Here comes the 1-1. Swinging a liner, caught by third baseman Shaw, out number 1. Contreras retired, and the batter Bryce Terang. Cubs are trying to force a Game 5, which they will do if they can hang on to this lead.
See what's on tap here in the 6th inning, sponsored by Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. There has been one major ball in flight, and that's off the bat of Ian Happ. He hit a 3-run bomb in the first, and that is all the scoring we have so far, partner.
That came against Freddie Peralta. Both starters have left as Turang waits for the 1-0 from Palencia. And he will swing and miss in the count 1-1. With both starters departing in the middle of the game, you wonder now if either will be able to come back and maybe get 1 or 2 outs should there be a Game 5.
If we get to a Game 5, everybody's going to put their spikes on coming down to the field.
Ground ball to second, fielded by Horner on the outfield grass, throws to first in time. Good play by Nico, out number 2.
A couple good breaking balls here by Palencia in this inning. But usually in the regular season, the starting pitchers, if they're not starting that day, they don't wear their spikes down to the field. They wear their turf shoes or gym shoes, and they watch the game. They're not going to play. Game 5, elimination game, everybody bring your spikes. Everybody's in. That's just the way it is.
Here is Andrew Vaughn batting, and he'll drive a base hit into left center. Over to cut it off is Happ. Vaughn with a 2-out single. Vaughn reaches for the second time. He had walked earlier and popped out. Now with a man on, the batter is Caleb Durbin. Cubs still lead 3-0.
Durbin's grounded out to Nico and punched out in the ball game so far.
Take a look at some baseball history brought to you by villageofbedfordpark.com. Now's the time to make history for your business in Bedford Park. Durbin will take a breaking ball for a strike, 0-1. A lot of World Series history on this date, the 9th of October, down through the baseball years. Here comes the 0-1. A fly ball to left, well hit. Over near the line is Ian Happ with room. He's got it in the corner area, fair by maybe 15 feet on the edge of the warning track. The inning comes to an end. The Brewers do not score. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Cubs 3, Milwaukee.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
way. In fact, both teams threatened in the 5th inning, but neither team scored. It'll be Kelly, Crow Armstrong, and Swanson now in the bottom of this 6th inning.
Both pitching staffs have done a very good job. It's one swing of the bat, as you mentioned, has been all the scoring. These bullpens have been taxed, but pitching well.
Kelly takes a fastball upstairs. Again, the baseball history brought to you by villageofbedfordpark.com. Now's the time to make history for your business in Bedford Park. World Series of 1957 is in the notes tonight. Here's a swing and a miss. With Warren Spahn stricken by the flu bug, imagine in the World Series of all times to get sick, Lou Burdett, pitching with 2 days rest, hurled his 3rd complete game and 2nd shutout to beat the Yankees 5-0 to win the World Series. Here comes the 1-1 to Kelly. Fastball is inside.
How about that?
2 shutouts against the Yanks. That was the Yankees of Mickey Mantle, Yogi Berra. Elston Howard may have been on that team. But with the whole world watching, Lou Burdett shut them down to give the old Milwaukee Braves the World Series title. 2-2 on Kelly. Carson trying to crank up a Cubs rally here in the 6th inning. Try to increase their 3-0 lead. Bouncer to third, charging. Bobbling on the short hop is Durbin. That'll be a base hit. Very tough play. Durbin probably could have waited back for the second bounce with Kelly running. I'm just saying possibly. He tried to aggressively charge it, and that difficult short hop just kind of ate him up.
Yeah, he comes crashing in and then gives himself an in-between hop. Gets the glove on it, but really, he's running so hard that he's not able to control the ball in the glove. If he takes 2 steps in, plants the feet, and catches it, and then gets ready to throw, probably much easier play.
Around a bunt is Pete Crow Armstrong taking down low, ball 1.
And now that was a sacrifice bunt look from Pete Crow Armstrong.
Give Kelly an infield single. Durbin in shallow at third. Lefty against lefty. Ashby working on Crow Armstrong. The stretch. Crowd quiet all of a sudden. Pete showing bunt. Bunts back toward the mound. Ashby will throw to first base in time. Advancing to second is Kelly. So a man in scoring position might be a big run in this game. You always want to get a lead of 4 runs for the simple reason that then even a grand slam wouldn't beat you. It would tie you, but it wouldn't beat you.
This pitch up and into Pete, well up out of the zone. And as I saw the replay in our monitor, I'm glad it did not hit Pete in the fingers.
Swanson the batter. Dansby will take a strike. Let me get your opinion on the scorer's decision. They have charged Durbin with an error on the first play in the inning.
Yeah, well, he played it into a tougher play than it probably should have been, and that's probably why they gave it an error.
The 0-1 to Dansby. He will pop it foul and out of play. So take the base hit away from Kelly. He is safe on E5, Ron.
I think you go back to your description. If he would have held his ground, taken 2 steps in and then just planted the feet and caught that ball out in front of him with his kind of feet situated to just make the throw to first, he probably gets Kelly by 2 steps. But he charged that ball and really, had an issue, charging that ball too hard.
Swanson takes down low for a ball, 1-2.
I know the one thing that a little concerning is the bunt by Pete Crow Armstrong. Did the ball hit him in the fingers when he bunted that ball? The ball on his top hand, the pitch was up and in, and he bunted it, and it hit right at his fingers. I don't think his hands were wrapped around the bat, but that was really close to him getting hit right in the fingers with that bunt.
Swanson takes a changeup outside and high. 2-2. A runner at second, one away. Dansby has struck out twice in this game. Drove in 77 runs during the regular year. And the pitch. Swing and a foul back. Challenged him with a 98-mile-an-hour high fastball. Brewers have a strong bullpen. A lot of hard throwers in their pen. We've already seen McGill, and now this guy Ashby. Got a guy named Uribe who's also a power thrower. Here comes the 2-2. Swanson takes low, 3-2. Now the crowd standing. Matt Shaw on deck. Carson Kelly leads at second base. Cubs leading 3-0. And now time called at the plate. Cubs trying to extend this best of 5 to game number 5. And if the Cubs win, that game will be Saturday at 7:08 p.m. in Milwaukee. The 3-2. Low and inside. He walked him. Now Shaw will bat. Ashby has faced 6 batters and had a lot of deep counts. Chris Hook, the pitching coach, out to see about Ashby. He's got a great arm, Ron, but we've seen him get a little wobbly with the command, and he's in that mode right now.
Yeah, there's no doubt. He has had some issues, command issues at times. And, I remember when he first got in the league, it really, was an issue, and he has been able to settle in much more as a bullpen guy than a starter the way we first saw him. But right now, this is not the other thing, too, about this is not an easy environment to be pitching in right now. If you're wearing blue and gold, I can tell you that.
That is for sure. The fans have been relentless and loud and unbelievably passionate, not just tonight, but forever. Two men on, one away, bottom of the 6th inning. Cubs on top 3-0, trying to get some breathing room and break this game open a little bit. Shaw has singled and drawn a walk. And the pitch by Ashby, curveball in for a strike. 0-1. Breeze still blowing toward left. In fact, it's blowing harder to left right now than it has all night long. Swinging a drive foul to the right side and out of play. But anything hitting the air to right or to left at this moment, Ron, is going to get a 20 to 30 foot carry.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Ball's really going to carry to left. Right at the left field bleachers, the ball's going to jump.
Shaw had 13 homers this year. He hits a line drive into shallow center, a base hit. Rounding third and scoring is Kelly. Cubs lead 4-0. Matt Shaw with a base hit into center. Dansby Swanson claps his hands as he looks over at Shaw at first base. Cubs lead by 4, and the crowd is loving it.
Ashby goes with a breaking ball after the heater. This pitch is down and away, and all Matty does just puts a little 3/4 swing on it. This pitch is going to bounce right behind home plate, but he goes out and gets it. And 15 love over the second base bag to drive in a run.
Here's Michael Bush. And Michael hits a ground ball. Fair diving stop by Vaughn. Gets up and takes it to the bag. He saved an extra base hit right there with an excellent diving stop at first. Andrew Vaughn. Runners advance to second and third run. Now they're at 2 down.
I would say the idea of Michael Busch not hitting lefties is about over. I think it's time for him to hit.
Here is Nico Hoerner. This is a big spot. It's already 4-0. You could really put Milwaukee in a deep hole. And manager Pat Murphy is going to bring in a new pitcher, a right-hander, to face Nico Hoerner. So pitching changes by the opposition. I can tell you that those are always brought to you by the good people at Sloan, official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Visit sloan.com. Cubs 4, Milwaukee nothing. We'll be right back with more after this on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Chicago Cubs postseason baseball talk is on 670 The Score and the Odyssey app.
With America's best lineup of hybrids from Hyundai, you get the best of both worlds. Like the reliable and efficient Tucson Hybrid, backed by America's best warranty. The Hyundai Tucson Hybrid. It's the best of both worlds.
Lease the Hyundai Tucson for $259 a month or get 1.99% APR on the Tucson or Tucson Hybrid. Offers end November 3rd. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
Hey, Coom here. Fall in the Midwest. It doesn't get much better. Cooler nights, crisp days, and yes, postseason baseball. Whether you're gathering around the fire, tailgating with friends, or locked in every pitch, there's one beer that fits the moment. Yuengling Traditional Lager. Rich, smooth, and brewed with real character by the oldest brewery in America. Lager is perfect this time of year. Yuengling Traditional Lager, official beer of the Cubs Radio Network. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
The Out-of-Town Scoreboard is sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app now and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Final from Los Angeles, the Dodgers beat the Phillies 2-1 in 11 innings. LA scoring the winning run on an error by Philadelphia pitcher.
Or retransmitted.
Is taking the NLDS in 4 games from Philadelphia. Now LA waits for the winner of this Cubs Brewers series, Pat.
And I imagine that after their celebration, they'll start taking very close looks at both of these teams over the next 48 hours. Cubs hoping to get the series to Game 5, which will be Saturday in Milwaukee. More about that later. Cubs lead right now by a score of 4-0. Runners at second and third, 2 down. Chad Patrick to face Nico Hoerner. Here's the first pitch to Nico. Swinging a foul out of play. A base hit, as we said, Ron, could really put the Brewers in a deep hole right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Nico, with 2 hits in the game, has scored a run and lined out to third. Nico hitting over 400 in this playoff season.
A couple of singles tonight. Singled and scored a run in the first. He was on base when Ian Happ drilled that long 3-run homer. Here's the 0-1. Check swing. It's a strike. 0-2. Nico is such a confident hitter. Even when he's down 0-2, he still looks confident.
Yeah, his 2-strike approach in his playoffs, where he's really backed off, and letting the heater carry to where he's still able to do something with the breaking ball, has been outstanding.
Patrick, hard-throwing right-hander, brings it. Nico takes way outside. Nice to see Dexter Fowler and Jason Hayward, former Cub outfielders, in our booth. I believe they're going to be involved in the 7th inning stretch singing.
They've experienced a little of this Cubs crowd before, that's for sure, in playoff time.
The 1-2, ground ball to second base, fielded by Terang, over to first, ends the inning. But the Cubs scratch out a run on Shaw's RBI single. We go to the 7th inning. Cubs 4, Milwaukee nothing. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
You're listening to Cubs Playoff Baseball on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
You love great baseball, but how about an encore of all-star favorites and a Kraft Brews lineup that deserves its own 7th-inning stretch? Welcome to Milwaukee, where the action isn't just on the field. Year-round, our stages light up with Broadway tours, local legends, rock stars, and a food scene so good you'll want season tickets. So after the last pitch, discover a city that plays all 4 seasons. Milwaukee. See the action on stage, at the table, or on the field. Visit Milwaukee.org for more.
Chicago, the deals are heating up just like our baseball team. Right now at McGrath City Honda, drive home a certified pre-owned Honda with financing as low as 0.99% APR. That's right, 0.99%. Every certified Honda comes with a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty, roadside assistance, and the peace of mind only Honda can deliver. Hurry, this offer won't last as long as a 9th-inning rally. Swing by McGrath City Honda right on Chicago's northwest side, or visit us online at McGrathCityHonda.com.
The folks at Tito's Handmade Vodka have been dog people since day one, inspired by strays found around the distillery. Tito's has been committed to supporting pets and their people through the Vodka for Dog People program. Tito's amplifies the work of animal-focused nonprofits across the country and beyond, focusing on low-cost spay and neuter services, affordable vet care, and adoptions. Between countless yappy hours, events, and dog-friendly workspaces, there's a reason Tito's is the vodka for dog people. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
You'll score big with everyday deals at Suits 2020 in Niles. From men's suits and formal wear to sports and casual wear, 2020. We're more than just amazing suits.
Top of inning number 7, big tall left-hander Drew Pomeranz, who had an excellent season, is going to be the new man on the mound for the Cubs. Cubs pitching changes. Sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. The RBI by Matt Shaw in that 6th inning with his single. The RBI reminder that RBIs by Cub batters brought to you by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Get old. And in a few moments, we'll have the 7th inning stretch, which is going to be brought to you by the new Volvo XC90, designed for life.
Here, I got one for you. Hardest working player of the game, brought to you by Bosch Power Tools. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch. Can you say anybody's working any harder than anyone else in a game like this?
It's been a grinder.
How about everyone on the field?
First pitch in there for a strike to Sal Frelick. Matthew Boyd, excellent pitching as the Cubs starter. Ian Happ had the big 3-run homer early in the first. Matt Shaw with a clutch RBI single just a few minutes ago in the 6th inning. Good defense all the way around by the Cubs. Here comes the 1-1 to Frelick. Check swing on a high fastball, ball 2. 2-1. Frelick has grounded out and doubled. Milwaukee just had one really good scoring chance. That came in the 5th inning. Swing and a miss, the count 2-2. That was when Frelick doubled and then Perkins walked. But they did not score. Strike 3 call. Pomeranz, an inside corner fastball. Frelick is out number 1. And the batter, Blake Perkins.
Gas up and in. Frelick didn't like it. Borderline pitch, might have been a little up and a little in. Cubs got the call.
1 away, Cubs 4, Milwaukee nothing. Perkins will take a strike. That's the idea, Ron. You got a big lead, not a big lead, but a fairly sizable advantage of 4-0. You want to throw strikes.
Absolutely. You want, for Milwaukee to do any damage in this ballgame now, they've got to hit their way to doing damage.
Breaking ball is down low, 1-1. Don't let them come back. Make them earn the comeback.
All reviews in this game, they're sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. Second opinion's always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine.
1-1 to Perkins. Swing and a miss. A late swing. Sometimes when I see a late swing like that, I say, I'm going to throw you that same pitch again. If you can't catch up to it, here's another one.
Yeah, throw that high-riding fastball that runs away. Yep.
Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball, strike 3 called. Back-to-back called third strikes in the inning. Pomeranz fans Perkins. 2 down. Cubs still lead 4-0, and the batter Joey Ortiz. Ortiz, the number 9 hitter, has struck out and sacrificed. He takes a strike. Pomeranz throwing nothing but strikes. Dexter Fowler, who led off Game 7 with a home run in Cleveland. I'm sure you remember that a few years ago. Swing and a miss by Ortiz. Fans are standing. Let's see if Pomeranz can strike out the side. Low for a ball. Everyone is on their feet right now at Wrigley. I don't see anybody sitting. It's 1-2. Pomeranz to Ortiz. A swing and a foul off to the right out of play. We'll do it again. Cubs able to stave off elimination last night. Trying to do the same tonight and even up this series. And the 1-2. A little bit down low on a bender. 2-2. Pomeranz ready. The tall left-hander ready. He brings it. A fly ball into right. Coming in Suzuki. He's got it. He lost that ball in the lights. He slid and made a great catch to end the inning. Middle of the 7th. Time for the 7th inning stretch. Dexter Fowler all set to sing. Cubs lead 4-0 on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Tonight.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
A sartorial issue here. There's the team name, Chicago Cubs, so it does work.
It's got the right color.
Yeah, it's gray.
Maybe there was something went wrong with his other one.
1-1 to Marte in the air, right to the guy we just showed you.
Nothing lead, and Kyle Tucker will lead things off against Robert Gasser. Pat?
Quite a catch by Suzuki to end the top of that 7th inning. It was a low line drive. He lost it in the lights and it started to slide, and as he slid he had to reach up to make a very difficult catch, but he made it. Kyle Tucker will lead off the bottom of the inning and take ball 1 from the right-hander. This is Robert Gasser. I may have said right-hander. He's a southpaw. Gasser missing for ball 2. 2-0. Tucker tonight has walked twice and flied to left. Cubs lead 4-0. Here's a pitch fouled away off to the left out of play. Nice to see Dexter Fowler and Jason Hayward in our booth here for a few minutes singing. Here's the stretch and the 2-1. Fly ball, deep left center. This ball's got a chance. Gone. Kyle Tucker with a home run. Cubs lead 5-0.
That is a huge swing of the bat for the Chicago Cubs, and an even bigger swing of the bat for Kyle Tucker. Left on left, gets a pitch away and hammers it to left center field for a long home run. And if he gets hot, the Cubs are going to get hot.
Cubs on top 5-0. We mentioned earlier Tucker not really driving the ball until a minute ago. And you're right, Ron, that's a great sign for him and for the team. When one of your key guys is not hitting the long ball, you're not at full strength, really.
That's right.
Here is Suzuki. Seiya takes low and in. Cubs on top 5-0. Trying to force a fifth game. And that'll be up in Milwaukee on Saturday. Swinging a bouncer toward third, gloved by Durbin. Long off-balance throw, offline. Safe at first is Suzuki. Durbin thought he had to rush the throw, made a running offline one-hop throw to first. We'll wait to see how they rule it. That's going to be a base hit.
Yeah, this got to be a hit. This ball, Durbin catches this ball, and instead of planting the right foot and throwing, he rounds it and tries to throw that quick throw in one hop at the first. He just pulled the throw. I don't know with the way he made that play if he gets Suzuki, even if he throws it on the line.
Could he have set the feet in some manner?
He absolutely could have. He could have made that a backhand catch, plant, and throw instead of rounding the ball.
Here's Ian Happ. Ian batting right-handed now against the left-hander, Gasser. Happ with the game's big blow, a first-inning 3-run homer off of Freddie Peralta. And now the 1-0 to Ian Happ. High fly ball, deep left center. Back goes Perkins. Near the wall, that ball is caught. Perkins right at the vines in deep left center. Happ never dropped his bat. And that's going to be out number one.
The flags right now are not blowing. 5 minutes ago, the flags were blowing out to left. If they were blowing like they were 5 minutes ago, that ball is at least in the basket.
We talk about the gusting of the winds often, Ron, and the exact second at which you hit the ball. What is the wind doing in those 2 or 3 seconds? And sometimes it makes all the difference.
It did right there, no doubt. I looked up as the ball was traveling to left center field. Perkins was standing at the ivy waiting for it. Was it going to blow into the basket or not? The flags were not blowing at all, and it landed just short.
Cubs leading 5-0. Carson Kelly will take inside 1-1. Suzuki at first. Again, I think a great majority of the fans have been standing for the entire ball game. And now the 1-1. It's down low for a ball. 2-1.
I know my family was here at the game yesterday, and they said the only time they sat was in between innings.
Yeah. Just to take a breather.
Yeah, they were down on the lower level. They just stood the whole game.
And then the game starts, and you go back to work. You stand up and start hollering. Here's the 2-1. Deep drive to left. If it's fair, it's going to leave the yard. That ball is a home run. Carson Kelly, a 2-run homer. The Cubs have broken it wide open and lead 7-0.
A high towering blast to right down the line. Everybody in the ballpark was watching. It just stays inside the flagpole and ends up on Sheffield Avenue or Waveland Avenue. Just an absolute blast all the way over everything and out onto the street.
Kelly had 17 homers during the regular season and a long 2-run homer here. The umpires are having a meeting right now. I'm not sure if they're going to challenge the fair call on the home run.
I think what they're going to do is they're going to look and see if this ball is fair or foul. They don't have to challenge this, but Murphy can ask whether or not it's fair or foul.
The call on the field of a home run.
He might have this. It looked fair from our vantage point when the ball was hit. It ended up leaving the ballpark way up the foul pole.
As we watch it again, is it on the left of the pole?
Oh, my.
Unfortunately, I think that this is going to be overturned.
Yeah, that's going to be a foul ball.
It was an optical illusion from where we are. It looked fair.
The only other question is, does it clip the foul pole? It's that close.
That would be another consideration. Let's see. We're watching the replay. They've got the close-up of the ball. And a final verdict will be rendered here, and let's see what they decided.
The field is overturned. It's a foul ball.
Foul ball. Foul ball. The call overturned. You know, we've been talking about the line umpires down the left field line and the right field line. This is one, Ron, where maybe if he was 100 feet down the line farther, he would have had a better look at it. What do you think?
I agree. I asked Larry Young, who's a couple booths over, who is an ex-Major League umpire for a long time, great guy, an Illinois guy, and I asked him, he is here working for Major League Baseball, and he said the mechanics of it, they wanted the guys to move in towards the infield. But I think in this case, but that's why we have the instant replay. They're able to go to New York and look at the replay of the ball going down the line.
So Kelly is still up there with a count of 2-2. No home run. It's still a 5-0 lead. Kelly takes outside. This has got to be a tough time to have an at-bat right after you thought you had one of the biggest homers of your life.
Yeah. Could you tell the pitcher, could you throw me that pitch you threw before, please?
It was not too much trouble.
Yeah.
Here comes the 3-2. Bounce slowly toward the middle. Glove by Durbin goes to first base, and it's in time. Ortiz, the shortstop, gloving that one, looked at second, may have had trouble getting the ball out of the glove, and then had to make a hurry-up throw to first to get his man. And let's see if the Cubs challenge that call. They might.
Getting another look here in our monitor. Wow, that's really close, too. You got 2 challenges, so,
Chicago is challenging you out, calling first base.
Okay, so
Kelly's at a long at bat.
Yeah, he's wondering. He thought I had a 2-run home run.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I was out, but you think I might have been safe? Okay, I'll just stand on the bag here and wait to see what the final call is. Okay, we're watching. Is the foot on the bag before the ball is in the glove?
I think he's going to be safe at first. This is a double overturn. Has anybody had a double overturn in the same at bat?
I've never seen it.
There's a trivia question for next season.
They're watching it over and over in New York. The Cubs lead 5-0, bottom of the 7th inning. This is one where you have to slow it way down and go frame by frame as you watch the foot hit the bag and the ball settle into the glove.
After review, the call on the field stands.
And let's see. He is still out. He was called out, and he is still out.
Well, so much for my trivia question.
Kelly thought he had a homer, then he thought he had a single, and now he's going to have a seat. 2 down, a man at second.
I got a lot going on in that box in my scorebook for Kelly right now. There's no reading any of that.
Pete Crow Armstrong, the batter, and he'll take a strike. And I use dark ink.
Same.
A lot of guys use pencils so they can erase. Yeah. It takes the fun out of it to me.
Instead, it looks like what I got.
Pencil, you're not really live. You know, you can correct it later.
Yeah,
that's not what we do here.
No, you get to see all the flaws, folks.
1 ball and 1 strike on Crow Armstrong. And the pitch by the lefty, swing and a miss. Didn't think we'd be discussing live pens and pencils, but that was our brief discussion there for a moment.
After 12 years, our fans are getting used to it with you and I.
Cubs lead 5-0. Let's see if Pete can drive in a run. He takes outside for ball 2. 2-2. He needs a hit right here. He's 0 for 2.
Got a lot of pitches away. I'd love to see him just try to shoot this ball to left center.
And now time calls. Cubs leading by 5. We're in the 7th inning. Cubs trying to even up this best of 5 at 2 wins apiece. It has been quite a series, I would say. And it looks like it's going to go 5. Low and outside. That's going to be ball 3.
Manager's challenges, and we've seen a few of them in this inning. They're sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. Second look is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine.
Now the payoff from Gasser. And it's outside ball 4. Crow Armstrong is on. Tucker led off the inning with a home run. Suzuki still at second base after he had an infield hit. Happ fly to the warning track. Kelly grounded out to short. Crow Armstrong now has walked, and the batter is Dansby Swanson, and Chris Hook, the pitching coach, will head to the mound.
RBIs by Cubs hitters are sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Get old. This should be a very good matchup for the Cubs. Seems like Gasser likes to pitch to that inside part of the plate, or the side of the plate inside to the right-handed hitter. And that is right into Dansby's wheelhouse.
And as you say that, Ron, I'm looking at the flags. They're blowing stiff, blowing toward left. Anything in the air to left or left center is going to get a significant carry right now.
Tough plays of the game. That's sponsored by Loyola Medicine. Loyola Medicine defines tough. Well, we got a little time here. How about catch of the game? That last play by Suzuki last inning to end the inning. Sponsored by Catch Des Moines. Discover the weekend getaway in Des Moines where only the S's are silent. Find all the fun at catchdesmoines.com.
Swanson now batting. And the left-hander deals. Dansby takes low and in. It might have hit him. Did that hit him or just bounce in the dirt close to his foot? It was the latter, so it's 1-0. Robert Gasser, the left-hander, with men at first and second and 2 outs. Delivers. Dansby hits a bullet to third. 1-hop glove by Durbin. Runs to the bag ahead of a sliding Suzuki to end the inning. Cubs get a run on the home run by Tucker. It's on to inning number 8. Cubs 5, Brewers nothing. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
You're listening to Cubs Playoff Baseball on The Score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Join Great Lakes Credit Union.
Eighth inning is sponsored by Cars for Kids, 877 Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K. To donate your car today, Patrick.
And the home run by Kyle Tucker in that 7th inning, as Keller fires a strike to Christian Yelich. Home runs by Cubs batters. Another hefty home run. The official trash bag of the Chicago Cubs. Hefty. Strength that's anything but ordinary. Yelich struck out in the 5th inning. Brewers had 2 men on at that time. And one of the big managerial moves was Craig Counsell then bringing in Daniel Palencia to face Jackson Chourio, and he retired him on one pitch. A good inside fastball and a pop-up was caught by Swanson to end that threat. And at that time, Chourio represented the tying run.
Pitching changes by the Cubs, sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Yeah, that was a huge move. Boy, Matthew Boyd's outing today. How good was that?
Terrific. Yelich takes outside, 3-2. Chourio and Contreras to follow. And the pitch, high, ball 4. Leadoff walk in this 8th inning, and the batter Jackson Chourio.
Now if you're Keller, you got to go right after Chourio.
Please stay tuned for the toast of the game. That's going to be brought to you by Benny's Beverage Depot. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Chourio takes inside. Ron Coomer is going to be naming that Benny's player of the game in the 9th inning. Certainly some candidates. Now the catcher Kelly out to talk to Keller and say, just throw strikes. We'll play catch, you and me. Just throw strikes. Still a little bit early to be thinking about Game 5. Although I'm sure it's in the back of the minds of both managers at this point, Ron.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I think you saw that having a young left-hander in the game for Murphy in the last inning.
There's a pitch that misses for ball 3. Keller has walked a man, and now it's 3-0 on Chourio. You don't want to give away any gifts. Let's see if he can come back and get him. And that's going to be a strike. 3-1.
Not only is that a strike, but it's a good solid strike right down the middle. That'll get Keller back on track with his release point.
The big right-hander brings it, and it's a fly ball into right. Pretty well hit, but it is playable for a backpedaling Suzuki. He's got it. Just shy of the warning track and straightaway right. That's a big first out. 1 down. Cubs lead 5-0. 8th inning. The batter is Contreras.
And it's a big sigh of relief for Keller. You know, you get a little erratic, and you're not misfiring bad, but you're not in the zone. He pumps that 3-0 fastball right down the middle, and then has enough on the next one to get Chourio to just fly out to deep right.
Contreras fouls it away down the right field side. Contreras has hit into a fielder's choice, struck out, and lined out. And the 0-1. A little bit low, 1-1. Beautiful autumn evening at Wrigley Field. 57 degrees at game time. Gorgeous day in the Chicago area. Curveball, strike 2 called, 1-2.
Boy, excellent breaking ball. That one buckled the knees of Contreras.
And the pitch. Bounce to short. Swanson go to second. There's one. Over to first. There's two. A double play. 6-4, 3-inning ending twin killing. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's the Cubs 5 and the Brewers nothing on the score.
Well, when we moved downtown San Diego from Qualcomm to Petco Ballpark, new uniforms were on the way, and this is the Padre home white. This jersey is from 2007, which was a career year for myself, winning a Cy Young. There's some different memories that stand out. One in this uniform against the Braves, where I struck out a Padre record 16, wearing this jersey, trying to make the Padre and the Friar faithful proud.
Series in 4 games. And as we approach the top of the hour, let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talking Cubs playoff baseball, Spiegel and Holmes afternoons 2 to 6 on the score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network, WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago.
Bottom of the 8th inning at Wrigley Field. Cubs on top of the Brewers, 5-0. Pat?
Matt Shaw first up. Zach, thanks for your fine work as always. Zach's postgame show coming up immediately following our ball game tonight. We'll have scores and highlights for you. Shaw with a couple of hits, and he had been hitless in 12 at-bats in the postseason, so you know he feels a lot better about himself right now, Ron.
2 hits, a walk, and a steal of third base on a double steal.
There's a swing and a foul. You get to this stage, you really do need something from darn near everyone on your team.
Yeah, if you're going to win and continue on and from series to series, absolutely. Double plays turned by the Cubs defense, sponsored by Nissan. Experience the thrill at NissanUSA.com.
Here comes the 0-2 to Shaw outside. Zach telling us about the Dodgers winning an odd little series they had. The home team winning only one of the 4 games between the Phillies and the Dodgers.
Boy, how about the Phillies today? They had the lead, I think, and it was either the 7th or the 8th inning.
Seventh
there was a run walked in, and then an error in the 11th by the pitcher on a little ground ball back to the pitcher. And that was the game winner. Ooh.
So the magnificent season of Kyle Schwarber comes to an end. Here comes the 2-2. Fly ball to left foul. This is out of play, and it was a magnificent season for Kyle. I didn't realize, Ron, until I read about it today. Kyle Schwarber, 23 career postseason home runs, 3rd all time between Manny Ramirez, behind Manny Ramirez, who had 29, and Jose Altuve with 27. Kyle Schwarber is 3rd on the all-time list of postseason homers. A lot of ball players would like to be on that list.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Outside 3-2.
Like to play 23 postseason games.
Who wouldn't? Or even one. The pitch. High pop fly into shallow left. Coming in, Churio calling and making the catch, and that's out number 1. 1 away. Here's Michael Busch. we're in the bottom of the 8th inning. It's a 5-run game. Still some ball to be played, but I have a feeling that Craig Counsell and his staff and Pat Murphy and his coaching staff are all ready. Here's a high fly ball, deep right center, back toward the wall. It's got a chance. Gone. Michael Busch has done it again. Busch with a home run, and the Cubs now lead 6-0. And that one should put it on ice.
I know there's some hot hitters in the playoffs, but can you be any hotter than Michael Busch? He gets a heater in the middle of the zone, and it's a souvenir. He crunches this one into the wind to right center, about 3 rows deep. He is just as hot as you can get.
His 3rd homer in the series. He had one against San Diego, so 4 postseason home runs for Michael Busch. And the Cubs now lead this one by a score of 6-0. That was a deep drive, more towards center than right. Here's a smash fair down the left field line off the bat of Nico Horner, his 3rd hit of the game. He'll stop with a long single.
Nico, another guy with a very nice night. 3 hits, stolen base, run scored.
So the Cubs and Brewers, it'll be a night game on Saturday from American Family Field. Of course, we'll have the broadcast for you. The first pitch at 7:08 Central Time. Kyle Tucker will swing and miss. Tried to check, couldn't do it. Zach, if you could please help me out. The pregame show would begin somewhere around 6:20, 6:30?
6:30 on the dot.
Okay, thank you. Now the 0-1. Line drive, base hit to center. Tucker gets his 2nd hit of the game. Ron, after he homered earlier, I could tell there was real enthusiasm in your voice, because if he starts hitting the way he did earlier in the year, this is the full flavor of the Cubs offense for 2025.
It's May and June 2025 Chicago Cubs, when they were just on fire. You know, and then you get the heart of this lineup all clicking. You know, you're a handful for any team in baseball, because you can hit for power, you put the ball in play, and you can run. So they got all aspects covered.
2 men on, 1 away, a run in on the home run by Busch. Cubs leading 6-0. Suzuki will take a strike. I mentioned last night the crowd, I thought, definitely played a role in the Cubs' 4-3 win last night. And I have that same feeling tonight, Ron. The support, the noise, the passion, they are part of this lead. Off the inside corner, the count 1-1.
Yeah, last pitch, pretty good pitch inside to Suzuki. Contreras held that ball there for a while.
Here comes the 1-1. It's off the inside corner. First order of business for both managers after this one is over. Who's going to be your starting pitcher on Saturday?
Yeah.
Pretty important decision, I would say.
I would say for both managers, you got some heavy deliberation going on. You know, who's going to be the next starter?
Here's the pitch down low. 3-1 from Gasser. Suzuki 1 for 4 in the game. And now the 3-1. Seiya swings and misses. And the second question that they'll get to quickly in their meetings will be, are either of tonight's starting pitchers, Matthew Boyd and Freddie Peralta, are they available to come back and get 1 or 2 key outs on Saturday? I don't know the answer to that question. Here's the fly ball to center. Perkins will make the catch for out number 2 as the runners have to hold. You have any thoughts in that area?
I would say I don't know about Peralta. I don't know his, kind of where they're at with Milwaukee. We're not around them. We see him a lot, but not that much. I would say no for Matthew Boyd. I would think he's done pitching in this series, and you would, you get a little bit of time, and you'd want him to be ready for the next series, and you got to just say, you know what, the team's got to, he did his job today, and he's got to watch the next game.
Here is Ian Happ stepping in, and he'll take a strike. Happ got the team rolling tonight in a big way. A 3-run homer in the first off of Freddie Peralta, and the Cubs have had the lead ever since. Happ swings and fouls it back. I would say, and I've seen pretty much every single game that Ian Happ has ever played, that's the biggest home run of his career.
Yeah, he's been struggling in this playoff. And he put a big swing on a pitch in the first inning.
Yeah, the 0-2 from Gasser. Happ bounces one foul slowly up along third, and we'll do it again. Looking at a quote I wrote down from Craig Counsell, I may have shared this already, but I like it. And Craig twice was a World Series championship ball player, once with Florida, the other time with Arizona. And he said, part of being great at this is responding to the bad stuff. There's a lot going on in that sentence.
Yeah.
Swinging a foul off to the right, out of play. In other words, every team is going to experience adversity, and a lot of it on their way to the world title. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
There are just so many good ball players and great pitchers on every single team, especially when you get down to this final group of 6 or 8 teams. There's a bouncing ball to short, fielded by Ortiz, and he'll throw to first in time. The Cubs get a run on the home run by Michael Busch. We go to the 9th inning. The Cubs lead 6-0. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Chicago, this is Kyle Tucker. Pat and Ron call every game here.
One of the players on the National League, who would it be? Who would you pick?
Okay, so I got an Ohtani jersey last year, so
nice.
I'm gonna probably say Harper.
Maybe Judge. He's one of the greatest to play the game in the last 5, 6, 7 years, so it'd be cool to have his jersey.
Ellie's been fun to watch. Yeah, Ellie'd be a cool one. I mean, his jersey would probably be too big for me. It'd probably go down to my knees.
Inning, so it's time for you to think about. In fact, more than think, it's time for you to act on who the Benny's Beverage Depot Toast of the Game ball player is. Bryce Terang first up for Milwaukee, and he'll hit a fly ball foul off to the left, out of play. Cubs lead 6-0, Ron.
I think the offensive guys have done a great job today. It's been outstanding. 10 hits, 6 runs, but I think this whole thing, everybody was wondering where the Cubs sat going into this game pitching-wise.
Bouncing ball to second, easy play. Horner shovels to first, one down.
And I don't know how you feel, but, you know, you're going up against one of the aces of the league in Peralta today, you know, and Matthew Boyd showed he can be that guy too. He stepped up after a really rough outing on short rest in Milwaukee and pitched lights out for the Cubs. So he's going to be our toast to the game ball player today, Matthew Boyd.
Now one away, Andrew Vaughn takes a strike. Ian Happ with the biggest offensive blow of the game, a 3-run homer in the first inning. And did this crowd love it? Low and inside, it's 1-1 on Vaughn.
Pitching changes by the Cubs, sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs.
The next offering, swing and a miss by Vaughn, 1-2. The home run by Ian Happ, and all Cubs home runs. Brought to you by Hefty. They are hefty, hefty, hefty home runs, the official trash bag of the Chicago Cubs. Hefty, strength that's anything but ordinary. Fastball is high to Vaughn, 2-2. Vaughn with a walk, a pop out, and a single. Cubs on the brink of evening up this series at 2 wins apiece. It's a best of 5, the finale on Saturday night. Swinging a foul out of play, 2-2. We will be there for you. 2-2, bounce to short. Routine for Swanson. Out number 2. Now the fans standing. 1 out to go. And this game will be headed to a game 5 in the best of 5.
Well, you talk about some good baseball games if you're a fan over this last week. Wow.
Durbin takes a strike, 0-1.
Love Theo Bar coming in and pumping strikes.
Bruce Levine is going to be in the dugout. Grounder to short. This could do it. The throw to first. And the Cubs win the ball game. 6-3 on the putout. The Cubs win it by a score of 6-0. And there will be a game 5 Saturday night in Milwaukee between these two teams. So the home team has won all 4 games, and it comes down to one more game to see who gets to play the Dodgers in the League Championship Series, Ron.
This place is absolutely rocking the fans. What a difference a few days will make. It was a long, long ride home from Milwaukee back to Chicago after losing 2 in a row. Things have changed entirely. We're going back to Milwaukee for game 5. The Cubs have played 2 very good ball games, and that is just a wow. Today's ball game was a great game by Boyd and the Cubs offense right from the start of the game.
This booth is rocking back and forth ever so slightly.
We haven't had that feeling since 16, I do believe.
These fans have been so amazing. And again, Ron, it's always hard to put an exact number. You know, how many runs do the fans mean, or how many great defensive plays do they inspire you to make, or how intimidating are they to the opposition, and exactly how inspirational are they to the Cubs. It's hard to put an exact answer on any of those questions, but in my mind, these fans had a lot to do with both last night's game and this evening's game. What do you think?
Yeah, there's no doubt. I think from the very first pitch of the game, you know, Boyd came in and did his job really well. Got the Cubs a quick first inning, and then all of a sudden the Cubs offense does their job. And from pitch number 1 for Boyd on the bump, the crowd was in the game, and then they were absolutely affecting Peralta on the other side. So, a big tip of the cap once again to the Cub fans. No surprise there, but what a ball game for the Cubs.
And the fans are not leaving.
No.
This is kind of interesting. I'm serious. I don't think more than 5% of the fans have left their seating area, which is very unique.
Yeah, not in October.
So much fun, though. So much fun. Just being in this environment and being able to have these jobs run that you and I have, it's such a joy. For me personally, I think you feel the same way. How privileged I feel just to be sitting in this seat, in this environment, and calling these games for the Chicago Cubs.
Yeah, there's no doubt. And it's an incredible feeling, and I think Bruce Levine has his guest down on the field.